What is going on? This is Taste. I'm bringing you another episode of How to GB. This will be episode 4. It's the first game of this Gamebattles match. This is against EUESports, and we're starting off with some search and destroy on Arkaden here. It's a map with a lot of long lines of sights on the defence side, so I've got the red dot ACR. Looking along here, I see this fellow over there, so obviously I tell Pantera. My role predominantly is to take care of this construction area just over here, while Pantera watches the rest of top mall. You'll see this round not a lot of other stuff comes through there, so I'll try and explain what's going on elsewhere. I think that was Pantera with a nade kill over there just after yauden got someone down at the bottom, somewhere near B-Dom probably. So we're going to try and close into where the other person is. We're not going to rush in too hardly. I'm going to stay up here on B while Pantera goes down at the bottom wall there, and making sure he doesn't flank round us. Come through the construction area that I was watching. He may have been sat in there waiting for me, so I don't want to rush about and do anything else, but I'm watching over at that flank just there. And an error's going to happen pretty soon, because you'll notice that the whole time I'm here I never really look to my right just because my teammates are there. I kind of assume that anyone going through there is going to see him, but obviously that's not necessarily the case. He could come from anywhere and he just takes me out through the glass. Not very good on my part, but what can you do? So I think this is Pantera you see coming up here, yauden just here. They're both going to sort of close in on the guy that was up here, and he's not going to be able to stand much of a chance. So yauden tries to throw a nade there, forgetting he hasn't got any left. It's probably best to make sure you know how many nades you've got left, but as you can see, it didn't really cause much of a problem. And he manages to clean them up with the PP90 shots here, and that's the first round win for Alpha, which has worked pretty well, despite my contribution being fairly limited. The other two have managed to pull the game over. So we're going to start the other game on the attacking side, and you'll see I do here pretty much exactly the same as what I do every time on Arkaden attack. I try not to mix it up too much because I know this is effective, but obviously you don't want people to know exactly where you are. So one goes through the standard furniture area there, come back to sport, while the other one holds in construction. I think it's Pantera up in construction, but don't call me on it. And I'm basically just going to sit in this corner until I know what's going on. And a guy comes back, and the shot's been fired, the red dot's up there. They know where I'm going to be, so I start moving. I start progressing up to B. B is somewhere that we feel comfortable being. We don't really like being outside A. We're not so certain about what goes on out there, so we try and keep in our comfortable areas, which is important to do. Obviously, it would be good to work on being able to use both areas, but while we're still really comfortable with B, we're going to work on here. So I have people around, clearing up the top mall. I think it's Pantera. Oh no, that's yauden up there with me. Pantera's outside watching other areas. I plant the bomb, and it's all good set to defend it. So I forget where I see a nade come straight in here, so I'm like, what the hell? But I think it came from outside, or it may have been the teammate in nade spot that I think I saw on one where you can get into that room there. So I don't really know where he is. I'm just going to carry on as though it never really happened. But he gets cleaned up anyway, so it doesn't really cause too much detriment to the effect, because I didn't die. Still alive, still up there. 3 on 2, 3 on 1, something, and Pantera manages to clean this last guy up coming up through these stairs. It's a brilliant spot he's got there. He has to watch for furniture, but as long as you can predict the movement of play, it's an extremely beneficial place to be. So it's a 2-0 up. We start on the defence again. You'll see I do pretty much the same. I come through. Not sure if I particularly bother watching the area where the guy came up last time. I don't think he's going to be too thrilled with going there again, because he did get taken out pretty fast. But I throw the flash down to Burger Town in case he's trying to rush up the escalators here, and I start watching construction, same spot as I did last time because I didn't come across anyone then. I take him out fairly luckily, but close gunfight, you got to be able to win him. And I throw the stun in there to make sure he's not being followed, backed up, someone rushing out to try and catch me as I'm reloading or something. And I work along top wall. I'm not going to go in the same place as last time. We're going to make a push because there's only one left. He has to be in the spawn because of where we've been. And you'll see there that yauden has cleared him up. Simple as it was in every episode, just closing down areas of the map as we move around it, making sure there's no way they can get behind us, no way they could be somewhere we don't expect. Walk through, check the corners, everyone has their own little role. A lot of maps allow you to do this in 3v3 by having 3 sort of pathways to go through. Arkaden doesn't do this so much. It starts off with sort of 3, like at the beginning you can go into here, you could go into bottom wall, you could go construction to the top, or you could go through furniture. But once you get to this area here, you've got like 4 or 5 different routes you can take, so you need to sort of be able to watch out for flanks and stuff. And I get unlucky losing this gunfight, or just, I get kind of outplayed with the cover, I reckon. Not the best of positions, but I didn't want to be in the same corner again, although I did take note he didn't actually look in it, which I don't know why. Maybe he just knew I wasn't going to be in the same spot, or maybe because he saw me at the end he knew I wasn't going to be there. But they clean us up with the sort of sweep that we've been doing to them on that round. Not so much we could do about it. Maybe if we'd won our gunfights a little bit it would have been better off, but Pantera sort of cornered in there. There was no way he was going to do anything. And that makes it 3-1. EUESports trying to get a quick comeback coming through here. And I think they get another round. I'm not sure if it's this one. Well, it has to be this one. I think for them to get another round at 3-1. So we go on the defence side, and I'm going to do the same again, I think, but don't hold me to it, we'll see in a moment. I'm throwing that flash down Burger Town. I find that flash down Burger Town is fairly crucial. Sometimes you get teams that want to run straight through here. So I'm going to watch construction again, because it's an important place to hold. But as you can see, there's a lot of activity going on here, and I do pull off this nice little double kill as someone decides to run right in front of me. But it does mean I'm out from my post now. Someone's died, someone's had to come, it's been able to come through construction and pick me off. I think it's now a one-on-one with Yauden here. So he's pushing into the top mall where I died, where all the activities happened so far, and he's just having a little look around, but he's in this little sort of reception place, and Yauden clearly didn't see him because there's a massive pillar in the way as he's moving through the door, and he just gets taken out by a Type 95. Not a good gun to come across someone having if you haven't seen them first. They do tend to be able to pick you off while you're looking around. So that's brought it back to 3-2, so we've got on the tank side here. You'll notice I've changed my weapon here. The long range is mainly for defence. If you're running the offensive route here, you're trying to get right up to him, trying to rush into them, get the close quarter areas. I'm taking the corner at the other side this time, seeing if I can get him kind of off guard. He won't see me the first time he comes through, but it's not looking like he's coming through anyway, and someone gets taken down up here in construction. So what I have to do is I have to try and get the bomb back, but at the same time not alert them that I'm in here. They don't know that the bomb's been dropped. There's no way they can have seen that, but I'm not going to let him see me either. I'm going to keep prone under this cover here so he can't see me if he's looking in. I debate here whether I should go out, throw a flash, maybe see if he's there, but I decide it's a lot better if he just doesn't know that we've still got the bomb, doesn't know that I've gone in there. As far as he's concerned, he's just killed the person that was coming through there, and we've both ran off somewhere else. We're probably over at A or something. So I'm going to have a little poke out here, see what they're doing. And I noticed that, I can't quite read who that is up there on the screen, but they're up there anyway, looking at the top mall, and I'm going to come around as a result to the bottom mall. I'm going to get back in my nice little corner. I love this little corner, much as a camping little bitch it makes me. I do like to be able to sit in there. It's somewhere that shuts off that little route into our spawn, and I do take guys out there fairly often, just like that one. And we're in here, and we've decided it's probably best to plant the bomb. I think there's only one of them left, and they're clearly not in this top mall area, so I start planting in this same corner that I do before. I prefer to plant this corner in Arkaden because it's got the most cover, whereas on other maps I'd like to plant the bomb somewhere where there's not much cover so that I can get the defuse. But I find when you're in Arkaden, that shop has a lot of cover anyway, so it's not as important. And I try and spray this guy down here, as I have no idea where he has come from at all. But I think that's Pantera there manages to clean him up with the ACR for a quick 4-2 search and destroy victory. Well, I say quick, it was about 8 minutes, but it seemed quick. The pace was well up there. So that's the first game in this. It's 1-0 now with Alpha versus EUESports, and I'll bring the next episode of How to GB tomorrow. The score's up there as you can see. I think I was 5-4. I'll see you all around anyway. Out.